This is a heat in the Wyfold Challenge Cup between Thames Rowing Club on the left of the screen and Derby Rowing Club on the right of the screen. And that Buckinghamshire station, with both crews getting away pretty smoothly from the start. Derby Rowing Club hugging the island. I like to hug the island whenever I was steering my single off the start, trying to stay in close. It feels scary, but it's worth it because you get a little bit more shelter there by the island.
Some top tips from Greg. Won't find me racing my single down here, no thanks.
Certainly gives you plenty to think about. Oh, we had a little crab there, catching the water there on the stroke side of the Derby crew. James Bennett in the stroke seat, James Walker in the two seat. The two of them seem to just get their blades caught in the water, don't really know why. And now they've had to correct the steering, and now they're going to have to correct it again to keep them on line.
And this is the hard thing for these boats. If we see the boats that are coxless, don't have a little person steering them, you're steering it. Normally the bowman going backwards, and you steer it with your foot is attached to some wires that are attached to a rudder. So you're not only going flat out doing a rowing race, you're also trying to coordinate this crew to steer straight down the course.
And the beauty of the Henley programme is it actually also tells you who steers, so you're quite correct that in this boat it's the bow people in both crews who are doing the steering. So that's Tim Main for Derby Rowing Club on the right of our shot there. He's rowing along and he's got that rudder attached to his foot, so he's doing his best job to keep them going down the course. And in the Thames crew is Jamie Palmer in the bow seat, who's done what he needs to do and kept his crew out in front.
Really strong Thames Rowing Club at the moment. Ben Lewis, their head coach there in this club event, the Wyfold men's club event, really dominating this race today. As we keep saying, it's the first day of racing, so you want to get this race done. All that's going to happen throughout the week is they're going to get closer and closer as the pedigree gets higher and higher.
Yeah, and this is a good lead that they had coming up towards the barrier early on in the race, and we're still in that position. Thames up to about a 3-length lead, feeling nicely in control. There are 6 in the final of Championship Coxed Fours at Marlow Regatta. And another strong crew here, doing very well. In the stroke seat, Harry Dorrance King won the Thames Cup in 2015, now racing in the Wyfolds and leading his crew very nicely down the course. And
that's something to talk about, the experience you have of these guys that come back and have done it before. They know how to win the race. They've been through the pressure, through the nerves, hanging around the boat tent at Henley, having everyone cheer them as they go up. They've done it before, and that experience is worth so much when it comes back to race the next year and the year after that. So they're looking really comfortable here leading this crew here from Derby.
Yeah, they're looking good. And tell me a bit more about that pressure of being around Henley, being around the boat tent enclosures. How did you find it?
I absolutely love Henley. It's a great race to do, but it's so different from any other. I mean, the spectacle of the whole event and all the banners and everything that comes with it can be distracting. And it's almost the same as the Olympics. I mean, you have to really block that part out, as well as allowing some of it to excite you and get you ready to race. So Henley's really special, but you have to come here and do a job, and these guys will want to leave with a medal, you know. Then they'll try and enjoy it on Sunday night, hopefully. If they've won that medal, that's worth more than enjoying the rest of the week.
Yeah, it's an amazing thing, isn't it? That for these rowers, this is the absolute pinnacle of their year. And then for a lot of people, it could be the pinnacle of their social life. And
it's a great social life as well if you're coming not to row, I tell you that. Yeah,
so having to really keep your focus as you go through the regatta is often one of those distractions, and keeping your focus as you warm up and as you get ready to go out and race. You need to just keep thinking about what you've got to do, live in your little bubble, take it one day at a time. And I think that's what Thames are doing here. We see they've settled into a nice controlled stroke rate coming down the course, enjoying the scenery, getting themselves comfortable. It's not a training row, but it's an opportunity to just be familiar. So like you say, they'll know it even better tomorrow when they come back to race, assuming nothing goes too wrong.
And lots of crews here to get rid of the distraction. They go and stay in a house, they often rent houses together, and you'll suddenly see Henley full of rowers because they're all staying in this location just to get away from normal life and really, really get their heads into finishing this big regatta. And just that crew bonding and eating together and relaxing together really adds to the whole spectacle of the regatta.
Yeah, it's a whole lovely experience for the town of Henley and for the athletes to come, and a lot of families are around the town take in a crew, throw the kids out of their bedrooms, make them sleep somewhere else and take on a crew, cook up vast amounts of pasta and everything else that these rowers want to be eating and drinking to keep them in good shape and ready to race. But it's fun for everyone.
Yeah, and you can see this Derby crew again. We've seen it from so many crews today, really racing their hearts out to the line, and they're up against a very, very strong Thames crew here. But fair play to them for the qualifying and coming down this course today. It's really good to see clubs like this here at this event.
Yeah, Derby keeping at 35 strokes a minute coming into the enclosure. Thames able to be a lot more relaxed than that. Again, they've still kept the rate up because you don't want to lose the rhythm completely. So they're at about 30, just coming down here towards the enclosures. But they're very much in control. The rate, the barman there will be able to see it on that little stroke coach to his left. Jamie Palmer can just look down to his left and see how many strokes they're doing, make the calls to the crew, really help them manage the race.
You see how relaxed they look on their shoulders. Normally, if you're tense, you might lift your shoulders like you're doing a shrug, but here they're really relaxing their shoulders.
Yeah, relaxing the shoulders, getting the blades in, just using the body weight to lead the jet along. And this will be a very good race for Thames. They'll be pleased to have had this first opener on the Wednesday. Derby Rowing Club doing really well, keeping it going, coming back now, closing that gap on Thames. But Thames are in control, coming through the line there. Hearing that beat, the white light flashes, so everyone on the course knows Thames have crossed the line ahead of Derby Rowing Club. And there we see it confirmed in the Wyfold Challenge Cup, win for Thames Rowing Club over Derby Rowing Club.